So mod 7 is about those conversions, okay? So let's jump right in there. Let's look at number 1. It says convert 100 feet to inches. Now there's lots of ways to do conversions. I'm going to show you the way that I like to use proportions when possible. I'll show you some little tricks when I can, okay? First, to convert 100 feet to inches. Since we know that 1 foot is 12 inches, then we're asking ourselves 100 feet is how many inches? Now, I like doing proportions when possible because it just allows you to quickly solve. We're going to cross multiply, and we'll get 100 times 12 is 1,200. And so 1 times x is just x. So our answer is 1,200. And always use your units, inches. Now, for 2, we are converting within the metric system. So for kilometers to centimeters, I like using that silly thing, kittens hide down under dad's car motor. It's silly. It works, okay? We are going from kilometers. Let me write the information down here. We are going from kilometers to centimeters, from K to C. Now, all you're going to do is count the jumps to get from K to C. I jumped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right. So all you got to do is take this decimal and jump that direction 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right. The answer is 37 point nothing. You don't even need to put the point in because it was 37 whole centimeters. So anytime I'm within the metric system, that's probably the easiest way to convert. Okay, let's look at 3. It says convert 26 centimeters to inches, round to 2 decimal places. Well, what's the conversion? I know that 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. So 26 centimeters would go on the bottom. It is how many inches, okay? So that is really great because cross multiply, and it's going to get you what you want. So 1 times 26 is 26. 2.54 times x, 2.54x. And that tells me that I have to divide both sides by 2.54 to get my answer. So x will be 26 divided by 2.54. They mention rounding to 2 decimal places. So let me show you what it said. It says 10.236 and some other junk. So this 6 tells me that the 3 should pop up to a 4, and that would be 10.24 inches. So that is number 3. 4 says to measure a football field, what would be the best units? Well, a millimeter, about the thickness of, a fat paper clip. A meter, think about a meter stick, a little over 3 yards. A little over 3 feet. Meter and a yard, similar, not exactly the same, but think about that, think of a yardstick, a little over 3 feet, okay? And then a kilometer, you need to think about 1,000 yardsticks lined up back to back. Usually we equate when we measure miles and kilometers. They're similar in usefulness. Think about, in this country, miles per hour. In some countries, it's kilometers per hour. So they're kind of something that's useful in long distance measurement. So I would say the one we want then would be meters. The 50-yard line, yards and meters are very similar. Okay, let's look at 5. We want to convert 16 milliliters is how many teaspoons? So what you want to know is the following fact. This is how you could use your conversion sheet. 1 teaspoon is 5 milliliters. So how many teaspoons would 16 milliliters be? And again, you're just going to cross multiply. So we're going to multiply these two together, We get 16 equals 5x. So x is 16 divided by 5. 16 divided by 5 is 3.2. Let's put our units on. That would be 3.2 teaspoons. Okay, let's look at 6. It says to convert 26 ounces to grams. Well, we need to know how are they related. So the fact you would want from your sheet is that 28 grams is 1 ounce. So 26 ounces needs to go on the bottom is x. So these two would be grams. That's what we're looking for. These two would be ounces. Okay. So we're still going to cross multiply. 26 times 28 is 728. 1 times x is x. So it solves it instantly. And so that's 728 grams. So there's number 6. Now 7, we are going to need to use a formula. Let me write that down for you. The Celsius is 5/8 Fahrenheit minus 32. So if they want to convert 68 degrees Fahrenheit is how many degrees Celsius, that's the one you want. If you're going the opposite way, you want the opposite formula. Okay, so we're going to put the 68 into our formula right there. So we're going to get that it's 5/8 of 68 minus 32. Order of operations tells us do the 68 minus 32 first. You're going to get 36. And then you're going to multiply that fraction, 5/8. I'm sorry, it's not 5/8, it's 5/9. Gosh, I looked at that and think, oh, that's not right. I'm sorry. 5/9, guys. I'm so sorry. Oop. There we go. And to multiply 5/9 times 36, just do 5 times 36 divided by 9. You could do that right in the Desmos calculator, and you get 20 degrees Celsius. Okay? So that's number 7. Last problem. Let me kind of copy and paste this down below so we have all the room we need, okay? Let's look at number 8. This is about drug calculation. Okay. It says the prescribed dosage of a drug is 10 milligrams per kilogram daily. How many 400 milligram tablets should be given each day to a patient who weighs 180 pounds? Now, first we're going to use this and this, okay? So you'll notice that we need kilograms. So the first thing you want to think about is 180 pounds is how many kilograms. So the fact you want to use on your sheet, I know that we sometimes use that kilogram is 2.2 pounds, but the fact they want you to use on the sheet is that 0.45 kilograms is 1 pound. Oop. So how many kilograms would 180 be? So you're going to cross multiply. This does say 1 pound, by the way. 1 times x is x. 0.45 times 80 is all we got to, or times 180 is all we got to do. And so that's 81 kilograms. Okay. So this person weighs 180 pounds is equivalent to 81 kilograms. So if I'm giving them 10 milligrams per kilogram, how many milligrams would it be if I'm 81 kilograms? Well, you can see very clearly it's just 10 times 81, or 810 milligrams. So I have to give this person 810 milligrams. It says, how many 400 milligram tablets would you give? Well, if one tablet is 400 milligrams, then how many tablets would be 810? Now you get a decimal, you get 2 point something. Let me tell you exactly what the decimal says on your calculator. you get 2.025. This is too small to give even half of a extra tablet, so you would want to say 2 tablets. I use proportions for a lot of these things. There are conversion factors you can use differently, so there might, there's different ways to do these problems. I'm telling you what way is just a common way of thinking about it, which will help you get through them, okay? So there is Mod 7. I hope that helps you with these concepts. Have a great day.